This year marks a major milestone for one of our region's cultural cornerstones. We're, of course, talking about the Figge Art Museum, turning 100 years old.
And now, with a century of art, education, and community behind it, the museum is looking ahead to the next 100 years. Joining us today is Melissa Moore, Executive Director and CEO of the Figge. Melissa, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to see you both.
Yes, good to see you as well.
It's been an exciting year. You guys have had so many things to celebrate, of course. It feels like we were just talking about the Villarreal, the whole lighting of the Figge. Speaking specifically, though, about 100 years and celebrating that centennial anniversary, what does that mean to you personally and then to the community as a whole?
It just really fills my heart to think about a community that has supported a museum for 100 years. And if we go back to the beginning, there wasn't an art museum, and there were people 100 years ago who were visionary enough to want to make one. The fact that it is sustained is just wonderful, and like I said, it fills me with so much joy and gratitude.
Yeah.
And look at what it's become today. It's incredible. So obviously we've been celebrating really all year long. We've had you and other people from the Figge in talking about what's going on. So what else do you have in store this year to celebrate a century? So
we're really excited for the next exhibition we're going to be opening. It's on September 13th, so just coming up here in about a month. This is called, I know, it's called 100 Years of Collecting. And so we're going back to that initial donation of over 300 works that were given by Charles August Figge, not Figge, a totally different family, 100 years ago. And we're looking at these pivotal gifts that have come in over the past 10 decades that have helped us really get to here. So the exhibition doesn't just tell you about it, it shows you that history. We're pulling things out of the vault. We're making sure everybody can see these treasures that really shaped us.
And you know, speaking on that, the Figge, of course, built on philanthropy, as you were just alluding to. So can you share a little bit more, I guess, about how donor support has really shaped the Figge over these years?
So obviously it's come through the artworks. In fact, even just last year, Dr. Randy and Linda Lewis donated that amazing gift of 44 artworks of American modern and contemporary. That just took us to a whole new level. So it comes in that form, but generosity also comes in many other forms. We have the volunteers who are really the lifeblood of the museum, and of course the staff and our board. And then we have those who give by supporting us financially. Some of that comes on an annual basis, some of it's through special gifts, and in some cases people invite the Figge to become part of their family by naming us in their will.
Wow.
That's
it really
an incredible
is
thing. Amazing.
I mean, talking about making a difference in our community in that way, that's incredible. So you mentioned a couple of people who are kind of standout donors. Are there any others that you can really think of here over the last 50 to 100 years that really stand out to you all at the Figge?
Yeah, I mean, there are so many. I wish we had more time. Definitely the Lewises, and that was just last year, so that's near and dear to my heart personally. But I would say also Dr. Walter Neiswanger. I don't know that people have heard of him as much. So decades ago, he was collecting Haitian art, so art from Haiti, and bringing it back here, and it really helped shape our collection, which is one of the world's largest and most complete Haitian collections. And especially when we're looking at what's happening in the world and in that region, we're so glad that we can safeguard these pieces and really showcase the amazing arts and culture that is still part of a thriving community.
And looking back over these years, and I mean, obviously that would be difficult for anyone to do, to think over 100 years, but can you look back at some key artworks or maybe exhibitions or even events that you say were pivotal or played a big role in the Figge?
So there are some of these pieces that we just love. I know the community has come to love. Mrs. Chase in Pink is by William Merritt Chase. That's a jewel of our collection. Deborah Butterfield's horse, Half Moon. I think that anybody who's been to the museum, if you've seen a horse that's larger than life, that looks like it's made out of wood, you know Half Moon. So you know, some of these pieces that people return to because they're like old friends, I would say those are two that come to mind first and foremost.
Obviously, like we've said, 100 years, a lot can change in that time. So how has the museum's role kind of evolved along with the Quad Cities community? Because our community has also changed within that time as well.
Yeah, I would say especially in the last 20 years. So the building we're currently in was opened 20 years ago yesterday. It was our birthday was August 6th. Thank you. And that was selected for V.O. Figge and his family foundation, who helped with the renaming and the capital gift to the building. But we've really become community focused by shifting the word education to the front of our mission and making sure that we're staffing and prioritizing that in everything that we do. So I would say that's the biggest cultural shift that we've had.
And I agree. It bleeds into really everything that we talk about when we have the Figge on, which is really important. So there is an upcoming event happening at the Figge, a really important one. So tell us a little bit about what attendees can expect.
So on August 21st at 5:30, if you would like to learn more about how you can make a planned gift to the museum, we're going to have an estate attorney who's there from Lane and Waterman, who's also on our board at Sam Scorpa. We're going to give you a free drink ticket. You can enjoy a drink at the bar. We'll have some refreshments, and we'll talk about how our Planned Giving Society was formed and how it continues to impact us. We're not just thinking about gifts right now. We're thinking about those who really want to have a legacy that goes beyond their lifetime. So, you know, these are gifts that will help us for the next 100 years and beyond. And the society was named for Figge. It's the Figge Society, and that was that initial donor who made the museum possible 100 years ago. And so we invite people to come down, learn more, have a drink, just ask some questions in case it's a new idea to you, you haven't thought about it before. And for those who maybe have named us in their will, but they haven't told us, we want to celebrate you. So we also invite people to come down and let us know. Yeah, we're going to have a really big party coming up in October for Figge Society members, so we want to make sure that everybody is invited and recognized for, like I said, welcoming us into their family by leaving us in a planned gift.
Yeah, that's special.
So this event would be a good time for community to give you guys input as well.
Absolutely, yeah, we certainly welcome that.
Wonderful. Okay, this is obviously a very meaningful way to leave a legacy, as we were just discussing. But why is now an powerful time, you know, for people to really engage with the Figge and engage with your mission, of course, which is bringing art and people together?
You know, again, I think it goes back to education. So you're right, bringing art and people together, and we do that by educating and then a number of other things. I think that our community has been so supportive to this point, but I think we're all seeing a shift in what the needs are, and we want to make sure that we're relevant and we can continue to help those other partners and Quad citizens. So anybody who's considering being part of our Figge family and making us part of theirs, there's no better time. And also, there's something about a centennial celebration. There's something about kind of marking time. So 100 years, we're not just planning for tomorrow or next year, we're planning for the next 100 years because we hold the museum in our trust. And we want to make sure that those who live in our community in the next 100 years can reflect on us and thank us for what we did, just as we're thanking those who came before us.
Beautifully put.
Yes.
So that free planned giving session at the Figge, again, is Thursday, August 21st from 5:30 to 6:30 inside the John Deere Auditorium. Registration is required to attend, and you can do that easily by phone or email. We have that information on your screen, and we will include it on our website as well. And of course, for more information on events and exhibitions coming to the Figge, visit them on the web at figgeartmuseum.org. Melissa, again, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us, and congratulations again to your entire team on 100 years.
Thank you so much.